Today on the channel, we're talking figure reveals, AEW Unrivaled, Series 6. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing some figure discussions. We're going to dissect and take a look at AEW Unrivaled Series 6. And when that time comes, make sure you go to ringsidecollectibles.com, use discount code Kyle, save 10% when it is time to pre-order. It's got to be coming soon, I think in the next week or so, but we'll see. Stay tuned to social medias for that news, as it'll be out there everywhere when they do hit. But thought we'd take a quick look. First impressions, you know, everybody says you make your first impressions within like the first 10 seconds of seeing something, and I guess we're all no different, especially me. So we're going to say what I think, what I feel about these figures, go through each one, the good, the bad, the ugly, it's all there as usual in most sets. There's always a favorite and there's a least favorite, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you my ranking at the end of who I thought looked the best, who looked the worst, and then it'll be really interesting when the figures do come out. We do our unboxing videos and everything. We'll see if that list still holds up. So a little future stay tuned video. So let's start it off. First one, Jake Hager, the former Jack Swagger, no stranger to action figure lines. We've had a couple of different, two or three, probably two Mattel Elites, I believe, in the past, and a ton of basics. And then I want to say 3 or 4 Jack's Ruthless Aggressions. I think it's 3. And then maybe 1 or 2 deluxe aggressions. So that's just off the top of my head, some of Jack Swagger's figures in the past. But this is Inner Circle Jack Swagger, a whole different Jack Swagger. And I gotta be honest, doesn't set my world on fire, of course, as a wrestler. But you gotta respect him. You respect every single wrestler out there. But this figure, actually, I like it. I know some people might not like this. A little bit plain. He's got the black painted on tights. But the soft goods jacket looks really good. I like the looks of that. The way they have him posed here makes him look even better. I think the posability on this one looks really good with the fist and the hand. He looks like he's mean mugging. He looks like he's planning to rob a bank. Maybe like a young Nick Gage, something along them lines. But the head sculpt looks really good. He's got that hairdo he has now. I call it the 2019 Kyle haircut. I used to wear my hair that way all the time back in the day. Now it's this crazy mess with COVID. Maybe I'll get back to that. But it does look a little weird around the knees, thigh area, and this is just pictures we're going off of. We got to decide for sure once the figure's in hand. But a little bit thick, but it looks like double jointed knees on this one as well. And then he's got just shoes, basically. It looks like shoes and socks in the picture. It looks like he's just going to get the mail or something, just throw on his shoes and socks. But an all right one. I like the looks of this one. This looks okay to me. And I like the tattoo on the forearm. Nice attention to detail there. So there it is, Jake, almost like Jake Hager, Series 6. Next up, Hikaru Shida, another female in the line. Rio, she's been the loneliest one. She's been dancing across the sand and dancing across our hearts all over the country, as you guys have seen in my figure hunting videos and probably your trips to the store. So now we're getting Hikaru Shida, and that should help clean up some of those Rios, because there's kids that do buy these. There are collectors that buy these. They say, oh, there's other females. I need a female to verse this with. And now Shida is in the line. And honestly, first impressions, way better than Rio's figure. I don't have the Chase Rio yet. I can't really talk about that until I get that in my hand. But the regular edition Rio was a big miss, and probably the first biggest miss outside of the paint issues in Series 1 in the AEW Unrivaled collection as far as I'm concerned. This Shida, though, looks very, very solid. She does come with the women's title. Just like Rio did. Nice colors on this one. It looks like I don't think it looks like a soft goods shirt. I can't really tell from the picture. It looks like it's going to be, did I say shirt? I meant skirt if I didn't, but soft goods skirt. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it might be that moldable plastic. I like the looks of that. I like the red and black. The old red and black attack goes very well together. The head scan on this one, that's where Rio went south. Shida looks like spot on. So I'm guessing, I don't know this for a fact, but I think they heard the criticism of Rio and they really went back and made sure Shida looked good. All the way down to her open-toed kind of shoes going on down there. I guess I haven't noticed enough seeing her wrestle that she wears those kind of shoes, but I like that attention to detail. Not everybody just has the same feet in wrestling, and AEW has really celebrated that with Santana. I think it was Santana or Ortiz. Gonna go Ortiz. I don't know if I'm right there. It's one of those two. And then you've got Shida here, and then of course Luchasaurus. So some open toe action here that we don't get a whole lot. We've got it a few times in the Mattel line with Riddle and the Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, that is. So it'd be interesting. But this Shida actually very solid. I like the looks of that Shida figure. I think this could be a sleeper one. And I'm gonna put my name out there right now. I'm gonna say that she will not peg warm to the Rio degrees. Stay tuned. We'll see if that ends up happening. Next up, without question, probably going to be my favorite one in the line. You guys know I love tattoos. I love masks. I love face paint. Not quite big, but we'll count it. It's Penta El Zero M. Penta. I like to want to use Pentagon Jr. better, but we'll call him Penta. Got this one. Got the black and yellow attack. He's like joining Striper. He's saying to hell with the devil. I'm joining Striper and I'm gonna wrestle on the side. That's what he looks like here, and I love it. I absolutely love the looks of this one. I love the pops of the tattoos, the good color there, and then the black and gold, black and yellow, whatever you want to call it. Very, very solid figure. Yes, there's going to be some people that won't like this and maybe possibly pass on this, as we've had him just recently in the line. It might be too soon for another Penta. I guess people will vote with their wallet, so we'll see where this one goes. But a very, very solid looking figure. As you guys know, I would be all over this one. So that's Penta. But then on the yin and the yang, this one doesn't excite me as much. And yes, we got tattoos. Yes, we've got a mask, but it's Rey Fenix. And I don't know if it's coming down to the times now where if we got a Penta, we got to have a Phoenix. They're doing all the partners together every time. And then Phoenix and Penta have kind of went their separate ways a little bit in AEW, at least from the shows I've been watching lately. They've kind of went off their own directions a little bit. But this Phoenix, it does match with that Penta, which is great. You can put those two together. This is probably represents. I'm not up on what it represents as far as the program or the episode of the Dynamite or the pay-per-view. But I'm guessing these two do go together. So that is warranted. That being said, this Phoenix doesn't do a whole lot for me compared to the last one. Just not enough difference. Yes, he's got the black and gold, but it's not a lot of difference there. So even though he has a mask, not my favorite in the set by a long shot. So there you go. There's Rey Fenix. Then we get to Chris Jericho, another no surprise in the line. And you got to always take that step back. You got to put that business hat on. We talk about it all the time on the channel. Guys like Jericho, the stalwarts, the pillars of AEW, like it or not, he is one with the most name value in the whole organization. I would say that without a doubt. He's going to be in the line on a regular rotation. I'm actually shocked we didn't get him in Series 5, that he's in Series 6, but it's all right. I really like how they have him posed here. I like the facial expressions on Jericho. This one just screams Ayatollah of rock and roll. This just screams him singing some heavy metal songs. So I like this one. It looks good. Once again, you get that world title. You can never have enough title belts. And I think you should have maybe 1 or 2 title belts in every single series. There's a lot of guys that change. You want to display them with multiples. You can get a lot of reuse for it. Outside of this, he does have his handkerchief around his neck. But outside of that, it's pretty plain. We don't know what accessories these are coming with. Maybe he'll come with soft goods that they just haven't announced or shown yet. Or it could be a chair or something like that. But we'll see. But the Jericho, it looks pretty good. I like it. So then after Jericho, MJF, another one. I would have preferred an MJF in a suit for this line. I think that would be a better idea than this just looks plain Jane. A lot like the Jericho. Maybe we'll get some accessories with it, something different. We do have the ring with him, his patented ring he's had. I think he's won that ring twice now, right? So that is a little point of difference. I do like that. I'm sure he'll come with extra hands if you want a hand not with the ring. Maybe he'll get the scarf with him. You'd have to think something like that's going to be here. But I think now would have been a perfect time for an MJF in a suit. And maybe we'll get a Pinnacle box set here shortly. We know AEW, they're going all in. Get your wallets ready. They're going to have box sets, accessory packs, stages, 2-packs. They're going all out. So if you're a completist, watch out. It's going to get expensive. So I'm sure we'll get every MJF incarnation we were looking for, suits included. But this one kind of misses the mark for me a little bit. It almost looked like he has a black eye. Maybe I'm right. Maybe it's the lighting, but I think that's a black eye. I'm looking at my iPad here. That's the way it looks to me. It looks like his left eye is blackened. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just the bags under his eye. Maybe he doesn't sleep like a young Kyle Peterson. I don't know. But face scan looks good. Everything looks good. It's just a little bit plain Jane in this incarnation we're seeing right now. So that's my opinion on the MJF. Now we got to talk about the chase and the rare here, and that's always an interesting one. Chris Jericho is going to be the chase. Once again, I like this Jericho. Obviously, I like this more than the last one. It's got the nice soft goods jacket. It really pops with the black and the purple, keeping the title belt, and then he's got the sunglasses. His future's so bright, he's got to wear shades. Looks good to me. I like this one. I'm happy to get these. I love that the Chase and Rare Editions are moving up in numbers. I think, what is it, 5,000 rare ones, or Chase is 5,000. Is it 3,000 for the other ones? Whatever it is, that's a good number where everybody that really wants one, they weren't going to have to empty out the wallet. They're not going to have to pay $1,000 for a Chase anymore. I think that's best for what they're trying to do right now. And I've said it before on the channel. I'm going to say it again right now. Just wait till San Diego Comic-Cons and the toy fairs get back in full scope. You guys that love the really, really rare stuff, that'll be your time to shine, because I guarantee we're going to see some 1 of 50s, 1 of 100s. We're going to see that kind of stuff. So be prepared for it. I'm not a fan of those, as you guys know. I like a little bit of Chase, but I don't want it so rare that it turns off collectors and turns off people like me. And a lot of people think I would actually love 1 of 25s and 1 of stuff. I'm just like you guys. I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on a figure that's really rare. That doesn't excite me. That makes me more angry than anything else. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are in that same boat. But I get it. There's got to be the yin and yang and the dynamic, and we got to know our history or we're doomed to repeat it. And I think we're seeing a lot of that Jack's MO creeping into the AEW line. So I do look for 1 of 100s to come. Maybe it'll be 2022. Maybe it'll be the end of this year. We'll see. But I like this Jericho. I'm all in. I might be buying 2 with these Chases being, they're definitely going to be more reasonable. You guys know how to go. Once they do hit the stores, going to be very hard to get, very pricey, but you wait a little bit. There's going to be enough, I think, that'll bring the prices down. It's not going to be absolutely crazy. And then you get to the rare one of the set. It's Jake Hager. Back to Jake Hager. I don't know if this will be the most exciting rare figure for people. It'll be interesting how this one does monetarily. But I like this one a whole lot. I like the other Hager one all right. But this one, he's got the camo pants on, the camo shorts. But what I really like is the Inner Circle shirt. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction inspired. I just think that's really cool to have down in figure form. So I definitely have to have both of these. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do with my collection. I talked about it in my Series 5 unboxings, my reviews. I think this is it. I think this is where I jump off the mint on card wagon with AEW at Series 5. But I'm looking at probably going to collect the Chases, the ringside exclusives, stuff like that. I might double up on those going forward. Have 1 mint, 1 loose. That's kind of where I'm looking. But we'll see. We'll see once things hit the stores. Maybe I'll buy a Series 6 mint on card at store. It'll be much cheaper that way. I don't know. But part of me says, Kyle, you're only going to have so much room. They're going to build so many figures out, you can't have the room. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys all in on both? Is anybody in the Double Up Club and going to see that through? Is there anybody out there? I would love to know. There's got to be somebody out there that's going for every single 1 mint on card, and I'm sure there's people going loose. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are. How are you planning to tackle this beast? And I guess I'm talking about keeping a mint on card set and loose set, but I know there's probably the majority of people that are picking and choosing out there. So let me know that as well. All right, I've had time to think. I've got my order, 1 through 6. Where am I going? Number 1 for me, going to be Penta. No surprise there. I'm all in. Hopefully it lives up to the hype of the picture. Next up, Shida could be a sleeper. Going with Shida number 2. Number 3, the regular edition Jericho. I like this face scan. I like the smirky kind of expression on him. I like that one a lot. Then the Chase. I'm not putting his Chases in my lineup, but I'm definitely looking for that Chase as well. And then we're going Jake Hager. That might be a sleeper for me and sleeper for some out there. There's a lot of people I don't think will like this one as much. And like I said, it could be a sleeper. Then I'm going Rey Fenix. Like I said, a little bit of a surprise there. You guys know I love masks and tattoos, but just not enough meat on the bone for this one for me. But once we get him in hand, once I unbox him, these orders could change. And then that leaves MJF for the end. Ringside Collectibles should probably have pre-orders up in the next week or so. So make sure you use an old discount code KYLE. To save yourself 10%. So exciting times continue in the wrestling toy business. Stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, as we're going to cover it all here and we're going to unbox it all here. So you need to make sure you're subscribed to the channels. We're inching towards 10,000. When we hit 10,000, we're going to have some massive giveaways. I'm going to bring my dad on the channel. I'm going to say, Dad, we're sitting down. We're going to talk about the good old days. We're going to talk about his collection. We'll talk about some of that stuff. I'm going to force him into it. And like I said, giveaways aplenty, as you guys saw last week in weekly purchases. But there it is, AEW Unrivaled Series 6, coming at you soon.